going to be trading the FTSE. And a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers. I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm doing at the moment is kind of putting discipline into trading. And I'm doing that with a sort of one trade, one market approach. And the idea is to build a small account into something else.
Are you serious?
So let me show you. Let's flip it over and we'll find out. So today I'm looking at the FTSE. Now I did a morning call earlier on for the Scruffy Squad. That was in here. And in this video, which 8 o'clock this morning, I explained that I'll be looking mainly at the FTSE today for this. The markets are very flat today. And sometimes you just got to take the best of a bad bunch, shall we say. And I always gravitate to sort of the indices for that. The FTSE, the DAX. The DAX, I'm out of the market a little bit at the moment because it's had a bit of a change this week. It's gone from the DAX, or the German 30, to the German 40. And I want to see it settle down. Now this is showing signs that it's actually getting ready to go now. So bear with me a second because I do need to drop in a couple of things. But before I do, we're looking at 81p as a position. I'll come back to that in just a second. So let me just set this up. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Very kind of you as always. She's my best friend. She really is. Pain in the arse as well, but she brings the coffee, and we all know Scruffy likes the coffee.
Splendid girl, and so helpful. Do you know she's been showing me how to stick the pole up?
What pain in the arse is probably going to be a pain in my eye later when she punches me. Sorry.
You're a stupid man! A stupid, stupid man!
Right. Let me just have a quick look at what's going on, and I'll explain this to you. So, dear me, what a day, what a day. Okay, so what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Well, it's very, very simple. Less is more. And overtrading is quite nasty in the trading world. You can go into the market, you win a trade, and you think, yes, and you're euphoric. You think this is it, you know, you're getting the car magazines out and you're picking your new car because you won a trade. But then you get caught up in that emotion. So you take another trade and you win that trade as well. And that's actually worse because that's compounding the fact that you think you're unbeatable. And then what happens is you take another trade. You might win that one as well, and you've got like 3 off the belt, all in the same day, all in the same morning. The markets change their conditions throughout the day, they rotate. And you've often seen me sort of trade counter trend, and there was a system called the rotation, which I kind of keep half an eye on it. If you know how to read a chart, it's fine. But if you don't, and you think it's just X marks the spot, kind of one of the ways that it's sold, it is worse than useless. It is terrible because it's little more than gambling. And it's the gambling mentality and the overtrading combined that will destroy your account. So the idea of what I'm doing is to calm that down. So if you look to take one trade a day on one solid market and compound the win each day, you'll find you have more money at the end of the week than going hell for leather in the markets. Because the moment you do that, you're just gambling. And let's be honest, there's only ever one winner in a casino, and it ain't the punter. So let me have a look at the sheet and give you an understanding of what's going on while this is playing out, and then I'll explain a little bit about what these are. So the idea is I started with £300 into a broker, and I'm limited with the products that I can trade just simply by margin. And each morning I scan through the markets to look for the best market, and I do that through the strength sheet. I look at each market individually, and I work out the strongest versus the weakest, because if you're on currency pairs, that's the way you want to be. You want a strong currency and a weak currency in the same pair, and the reason being is that pair will move. If they are pretty much the same, sort of down here where like that, the market will just do that, won't go anywhere. You want something that's going to do this, right? Big movements, because those big movements and volatility are what are going to get you your money. All right. Now, when I looked at this morning, there's not a great deal there. It's just pulling out mediocre. And what I mean by that is it also tells me which time frame to look at. If it's at a 4 hour, it automatically becomes a swing. If it's the 1 hour, then it's a day trade. And then I have to look at margin costs, etc. Now, I do have my go-to markets. For this, it's kind of the FTSE. I look at the FTSE most days anyway. And what it's telling me is, out of what I picked out, is yes, it's still a sell, but it's slowing down. All right, because it was on a heavy sell over the last few days, but that's slowing down. But it still has a big change on it. Now that change is the movement within the market itself. So the bigger the number, the more likely it is to shift. All right, and then out of sort of my go-tos that I look at, it's the biggest. So again, it adds weight to trading it today. All right, so it's giving me a bias to the sell, but it's also telling me it's slowing down. So that tells me that I need to be a bit conservative, but I'm only after 10 pips, so it's not end of world stuff here. And all I'll do is I'll just trade it, get my 10 pips and stop. And then that'll compound. And if you notice, when I do the sheet, the bid size is creeping up. Just push that back. The bid size creeps up ever so slightly each day. And because of that, it means I'm getting more money each day, as you can see. And because you're only looking for one trade on one market, got all time in the world. Chasing the markets, just watching what goes on, get my money, and then just go about doing my daily business. And over a period of time, you'll see down here, it's got a target balance. So in 29 trades rather, this is up to £1,000 from 300. So really, do you need to be in and out of markets all the time? No. If you've got a good strategy and you know what you're looking for, and you trade it once a day, compound your wins, at the end of the month, there's £1,000. So who's to say you can't start the next month at 500, take 500 out as a treat, and then do it all again. Except this time, instead of starting your 30 days with 300, you'll be starting with 5. So you're already ahead of the game. You would be starting at this point here. And then you do the whole process again. So the second month gets you even more money. Then you do the same process. Take some money out, enjoy yourself, have a treat for your work, and start the 30 days again, but again with a bigger fund. and you do it month in, month out, and suddenly you find that you can be starting this with a few £1,000 instead of £300. That's how you build accounts. That's how I've built mine, and the compounding will get you through it. But more importantly, the discipline and patience will get you through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this play out, and then when it's finished I'll come back to you and I'll talk to you a little bit about the trade, and we'll update the sheet. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay guys, I'm going to head off to the office and I'll just pick this up when I get there. Okay guys, that was that. Into target. So what did we get? £8.10. 10 pips. So let's quickly update the sheet and then I'll talk you through what was going on. Okay. So the strength told me it was FTSE this morning. It was the best of a bad bunch, and it was going to be a sell. All right, and we have just getting £8.10. All right, so we're up tomorrow. When I do this, it'll be 89p, and then we're getting close to being able to split trades, and then that makes the trading a little bit interesting. Now it is a 1 hour. I was in a good mood, but why did I take this trade? Well, it's actually a retracement, and it's a retracement of a strong directional move. So what I was looking to do was retrace a move. That's why I've done it this time. Okay, so at the moment, as you can see, it's just chugging along just nicely. It's increased the balance by, well, nearly 13%, which is pretty good considering the amount of trades. I'm a happy boy. All right. So let me see, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I take this out to the hourly, just so you can see it, you can see there's a strong move down, and it has tried to recover. But there's next to no red in that recovery. That cannot be sustained. It really can't. It's coming into this level here. Now I zone everything out, and look what's happened in the past. It bunched constantly here. All right. So it was a reasonable assumption that there's going to be a reaction point at here. I work zone to zone. So if it's going to bounce this level, which it seemed that it was going to, because it'll come up and then bounce away, because that's what markets do, push down, and where was it targeted? Well, it's targeted the base of this bunch. So if it's going to bunch like what it's done before at this level, it was reasonable it was going to come into 10 pips. Very, very simple. Easy trade. Okay. And that is what trading is about. Keeping it easy. You know, just look for a very logical, solid setup and then let it play out. Don't chase the market. Don't sort of try and second guess it. Because let's be honest, if you're trying to second guess things, we'd work out what one of these is. You know, because trying to second guess a winky is like putting the national lottery on a Saturday night. I don't know whether she's going to love me or kill me.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Do you love me?
I do, yes.
Do you? Yes. Do you like being married to me?
Yes.
Do you? Oh. Are you going to put your bikini on?
Oh, I haven't heard that for a while.
No, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'll sing that tomorrow. Got to have a bit of meatloaf. Anyway, boys and girls, so that's this one concluded for today. So remember, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.